Wine King?
Rafiki?
Was it Rafiki?
I think it was Rafiki.
Oh. It could have been Rafiki. So if you caught the tail end of that conversation, it might have been Rafiki, but maybe it wasn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're live.
We're live.
Mm-hmm.
So, welcome
Yes.
back to Drinks and Chill.
Definitely.
My name is Gio.
My name is Matt. Oh, that's right. You introduced both of us in this one.
Well, that's fine. Whatever. Just introduce yourself.
It's all good. It's all good. So we don't know what we're doing today. We're just going to kind of just get on here and...
Yeah, just talk.
Yeah, just talk. Pretty much just kind of drink and chill.
Yeah.
So, yeah, well, that's what we're going to do.
Yep.
So I know what the first one is I want to try. Then after that, we can do whatever. But this guy got me a gift a couple weeks ago.
Was it a couple weeks already?
Oh, it was last week that you got me the gift, wasn't it?
I was going to say a couple weeks. Wow.
This guy got me a gift last week, and we were like, ooh, let's try it on the stream.
Yep. It was a birthday gift.
Yeah. So he got me this Noble Oak, Double Oak Bourbon. I've never had Noble Oak before. So this should be fun.
Yep. So say happy birthday, Matt, in the comments.
Yes. That would be great, even though my birthday was...
last week? No, that was like 2 weeks ago.
No, that's when you actually got this for me.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, that was wrapped.
That's okay. We have nothing prepared, guys.
Yep.
Oh, there's even more plastic. That was a nice cork pop.
It was.
You can always tell how good the whiskey is going to be by its cork pop.
Oh, here, you get the first pour.
Oh, that's right. Well, shoot, you want to pour yours?
Oh, you can pour one.
Oh, okay.
You're over there. Makes it easier. Okay.
All right. I think I poured you more than I poured myself. Oh, that's okay. This bottle's staying here, so...
Yeah. So this is Noble Oak, a Double Oak Baron bourbon whiskey finished with cherry oak staves.
Doesn't smell bad. It smells kind of... it does smell like it is a lower proof. It's, 90 proof?
I think so.
I think, for us, that is kind of on the lower side of things. But...
but it has a good fragrance.
I'm going to leave that there. It does have a good fragrance. It's kind of grapey.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's because of how it was finished.
These are the notes right here if you want to look at them already. So you got dried fruit, cherry, and I don't know what that was because I can't read it from this.
Vanilla and spice pervade.
Oh, what's a pervade?
I don't know. Is that pervade or pervade? Or pervade? Pervade. Spanish sherry oak. Okay.
So I do get the cherry and vanilla.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's definitely there.
It's perfumey too. Yeah. I don't know, it's flowery or perfumey?
I think it's perfumey. Yeah, I definitely think it's perfumey, but that's not a bad thing. It's actually pretty good. Or it smells pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we didn't clink.
I have to drink again. The taste is very oaky.
Yeah.
It's got some sort of nobility about it.
Nobility.
It's like a very oaky and noble.
Yeah. It's very rich in taste. There's like a caramel.
Noble oak.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be one of these days.
It's got good legs.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah. All right, you can see this really dirty glass that I hold up to the camera. It's got
fingerprints.
Oh yeah, fingerprints. If anyone ever needed my fingerprints, there you go.
Yeah.
No, but it is good. You know, I don't really. I feel like we don't drink too many finished bourbons.
No, I don't think so.
We've had the Maker's Mark French Oak, which is finished.
But that was a double cask, which I didn't really like.
Well, you didn't like the cask strength one.
Yeah. But I did like the French Oak, just
the standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the one I got was a store picked one, so I don't know what the difference. It might have been a big difference. It might not.
Maybe store picks. I don't know. Store picks can be like hit or miss.
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes it's a big difference, sometimes it's not.
It's not bad. The price on it wasn't bad either.
No? That's good. No, it's not bad. This is actually pretty good.
Because we did that whole thing with like the lower costing ones that we kind of started but didn't really finish.
Oh, yeah. We need to pick that back up again.
Yeah. And so I was like, these lower costing ones aren't bad. So I looked at that one because I usually I don't shy away, but when I try to get your gift, I know that the higher costing ones are more of a chance they're going to be better.
Yeah.
Than a lower costing one. So,
well, the last one you got me was kind of up there, the Teeling.
So I tried reaching in there, but this one I was like, you know what? I'm going to try this one.
There's like a, when I go back to it on the nose after tasting it, there's like a sugary, like a brown sugary sort of sweetness to it. No.
I can smell that. I can smell the sweetness in the taste too.
Yeah, but it's like that brown sugar now. Yeah, we're gonna have to, one of these days, we're gonna have to, because this is sherry finished, well, it's not finished in a sherry barrel, it's through our proprietary finishing process, we add complexity using Spanish sherry oak staves. So they add sherry oak staves, I guess, to the barrel it's already in.
So it's like pieces of
bourbon finished with sherry oak staves.
So what are staves?
So the staves are like, so you know what a barrel looks like, right? How it's made up of all those different pieces.
Yeah, that's a stave.
That's a stave.
Oh, okay.
So they just put the staves into the barrel as opposed to putting it in a brand new barrel.
Oh. So it's like putting like a cinnamon stick into whatever you're doing.
Yeah, as opposed to a container made out of cinnamon. Yeah, basically. Which, that's what the Maker's Mark 46 French Oak does. They put French oak staves into it.
Oh, I see.
But, usually you see those types of finishes in Scotch more so than bourbon. Like sherry oak finish or port finish. Or sometimes they just age it the whole time in one of those barrels. But it'll be interesting to try this along with other sherried whiskeys and see what the difference is. Because I don't know if I'm quite at that point where I can like taste the whiskey and be like, oh yeah, this definitely has that sherry finish or this definitely has that port finish. So we may have to do like a sherry versus port comparison one day.
Yep.
But I like this.
It's low proof, so you can just sit down and drink and sip.
It is a really like nice, comfortable sipper. But
I mean, it does have like that. So I haven't been getting it that much recently, but that warm type of feeling. So.
Yeah. Distilled in Indiana, so MGP. Bottled by Noble Oak Spirits Company in Newton, Ohio. So Noble Oak Spirits Company in Newton, Ohio are probably the ones who sourced it from Indiana. And then they're the ones, I bet, who put the staves in there to see how that would go. So we'll have to do a Distilled in Indiana MGP comparison video one day too.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of those. And we've had a few on the channel.
We have?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like Rebecca Creek.
Oh, there's staves?
No, like Distilled in Indiana.
Oh.
What?
No, I was like, oh, they put staves in theirs too? I didn't know that.
Oh, no. The only one I know for a fact does it is Maker's Mark, but, I mean, I'm sure others do it too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm like positive others do it. I just don't know what they are off the top of my head.
One day we should get like a bourbon, either this one or some other one, and then put the like an orange peel in there or a cinnamon stick in the other one, and see how it affects the taste.
That would be a lot of fun.
And just leave it there, like for a day. Just leave it there.
Yeah.
Like cover it, of course, so that there's no.
Or what we could do is get like a bourbon, maybe buy like the half bottles of like a cheap bourbon, like Wild Turkey or Jack Daniels or something, and put cinnamon sticks in them, and then we leave one for a day, one for like 3 days, one for a week.
Ooh, that would be good.
Yeah.
See how much it changes.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since it's fall and stuff like that. So
Yeah. Yeah, cinnamon sticks, orange peels. There's a distillery called Oak and Eden who they have like something caught in my throat. I can't edit this out, damn it. But they put wood, what do they call them? Spires in their bottles.
Mm-hmm.
So every bottle that you buy from Oak and Eden has some type of like wooden like stick in it.
Oh.
And it's like a spire, so it kind of looks like I wish I had one so I could show you. But it's cut in a way that it's more of the whiskey actually makes contact with it than just like if it was just a perfectly straight wooden like stick in there.
Is it like a spiral?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
But the spirals are like they're different. So one is like maybe toast. One is a French oak. One might be Mizunara oak. One might have been, I don't know, soaked in sherry. One might have been soaked in, I don't know, Cabernet. One might have been soaked. I had one that was soaked in balsamic vinegar.
Really?
That one was actually pretty good.
Balsamic? Really?
Yeah, it was.
I don't like that on my salad.
It was an oak spiral that was soaked in balsamic vinegar, and it was just dropped into the bottle, and it just stays in the bottle. So when you buy it, it's there in the bottle.
Oh wow! Oh, we should do that. We have wine.
We do have wine.
We can get it. Well, of course, a nice steak, but we can get a steak, put it in there, and then place it in the bourbon.
Yeah.
Ooh, see some of the ideas.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure these are all been done before.
Time and money. Well, yeah, but they've been done by like big companies, not by us, and we'll have more control over it. Because when you buy that bottle of Oak and Eden, you don't know how long that spiral's been sitting in there.
Oh yeah.
Whereas us, we could do it. We'll know exactly. Okay, this was sitting in here for a week or 2 weeks or a month or however long. Dive Down 25. What's up?
Hola. Yeah, but we should do that. We should do like the 3 glasses that you were talking about, and then just put like a cinnamon stick in each one and see how it affects over time. Maybe at one point it just kind of linears.
That'd be cool. So we're drinking Noble Oak straight bourbon whiskey. This is what Gio got me for my birthday, which was a few weeks ago.
Happy birthday, Matt.
Thank you. But yeah, we're just trying it out, and we're going to try out some other things here on the channel. Dive Down, if you're still in the chat, do you have a favorite whiskey? Let us know what your favorite whiskey is. We might just try it, because we don't really have a plan for this video. We had sort of like a contingency plan, but if there's a whiskey that you like and we have it, or we have something at least by the distillery or something close to it, then we can try it. And while we're waiting on that, I'm going to pour us some water, because water is good, and hydrate. I'll go ahead and I like Talisker 18-year and Macallan of different types. Talisker. We have...
Do we have an 18-year?
We don't have the Talisker 18-year, but we do have a few different Taliskers that we could try.
You have a lot of Macallans too.
JW Platinum and JW Double Black. Ooh! We have the platinum. Okay, you know what? Wait, no, we don't have the platinum. We have the JW 18 year, but I think that is the platinum.
Didn't we try that already?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay.
But we can have a little sip of it here for dive down. We have the JW double black, but where is it? It's in a, here it is. We have it in a miniature, and we're saving this to actually do a review on it. So I don't want to crack this one open, but we can totally open up the JW Platinum. Now I don't know.
Watch, our opinions are going to change on it again.
Well, I don't know, because we kind of liked this one when we tried it, I think. But so this is JW, I keep saying JW Platinum, but this is actually the JW 18 year. And I don't remember if, I know this kind of replaced, this one either replaced Platinum in the lineup or Platinum was replaced by this in their lineup. Because we've had this one for a while.
Also, at some point it was hand in hand, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And do different glass or the same glass?
Let's do same glass. I think this one will be. I think this one will be a little.
It'll be okay.
Yeah, I think we'll be able to get over the bourboniness from that one. That one's a little smoky, or at least it smelled it when I held the bottle up to my face. Yeah, we might try one of the Taliskers next, because we have a few Taliskers, but not the 18 year. I think you can buy Platinum, but not sure about the 18 year. Then that might be the case then. Platinum might have replaced the 18 year. Because this is kind of, we got it out of this kit here, and this is kind of an older kit. So I think the Platinum might replace it. The gold is in here too. We actually recorded a Johnny Walker video a couple of weeks ago. It hasn't gone up yet, where we tasted through all of those, including this one. But we'll try this one again. That gold, I'll just go ahead and say, spoiler alert, that Johnny Walker gold was like toward the top for both of us. I think it might have been your top, or was it the green?
I think so.
I don't know. We're just spoiling our own videos here. Cheers, dive down.
Cheers.
JW Platinum, aka 18 year.
Oh, we didn't clink. We're just not clinking anymore.
Well, we clinked last time.
Yes.
I just took like 3 sips in a row. Because I was so like anxious to sip it, and then I was like, oh, we gotta cheers to dive down, and then I didn't cheers you. Yeah, I don't know when that video will be up. We compared like 6 different Johnny Walkers in that video. So I don't know when that one will be up. Hopefully here within the next like month or so. Those usually take a while to edit. But no, this is good. This is better than I remember it being.
Yeah, me too. Not too big a fan of smokiness, but this is good.
Yeah, but the smokiness in this one doesn't really overwhelm like I feel like it does in a lot. It kind of...
Yeah, more flavor than smokiness.
Yeah. The flavor isn't really comparable, but like Highland Park 12 sort of has that good... it has that nice balance between the smokiness and everything else going on. It's not too smoky. And this is sort of that same level of smokiness that Highland Park 12 has. The flavors are different. I feel like Highland Park 12, we might have to bust it out to compare, but yeah. I feel like I don't remember Highland Park 12 tasting like that, but the level of smokiness is the same. You know, when you sit down and have a whiskey with a friend, it's a treat. Oh yeah, definitely. And if you have this one at home, hope you can crack it open and have a JW with us. I'm pretty sure this is the same as the Platinum. Yeah.
What it was replaced of?
Yeah.
smells very sweet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a good one. We may have to just do a review on this one.
By itself?
Yeah. Because it is really nice. I feel like it's tough to find ones that are just that nice balance of smoke and everything else.
Mm.
Yes, Highland Park 12 is also good. A bit smoky, but not too much. I have all JW at all, like 12 different bottles of all kinds. Oh, you have like 12 different Johnny Walkers? That's a lot. But honestly, there are a lot of Johnny Walkers out there. They come out with those kind of special limited releases, like the it wasn't I don't think it was Game of Thrones, but they have like their like winter one.
Oh, I think that was Game of Thrones.
Was it Game of Thrones?
I think so.
I know there was like a bunch of whiskeys that did like Game of Thrones releases, but I don't think...
Because I remember one time, this is a long time ago, we went to a store and I was trying to find a gift for our other friend.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that one. It was like a white label one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It might have been.
But then I just got him like a regular one because I didn't know.
Yeah. But knowing the tasting I was talking about where we compared the 6 different ones, we didn't even throw the double black in there. So that's another one. They've got the high rye. I know that you tried that one a while back. Mm-hmm. We have one that was... Let me pull this down.
Ooh, Autumn. That was a good one too.
Yeah, this was a nice one. The Johnny Walker Autumn that as far as I know, you can actually only get this at the... Come on, focus. There it goes, I think, baby. You can only get this one at the Johnny Walker like experience location in Edinburgh. And it was about this time last year actually that I was there and got this.
Huh.
But yeah, this one was really good. And we might have to crack it open tonight, but yeah. We'll open up the Talisker next. I have 3 from the Game of Thrones series, but those were like Black Label masks as Game of Thrones, I think. Oh, like Black Label. Oh, so they were basically just the Johnny Walker Black Label, but they had Game of Thrones on them, I think is what you're saying. That makes sense. I wouldn't expect distilleries to go all out for something like that. Or, in this case, a blender.
I don't know. It was a big show, so I'm surprised a lot of others weren't doing that.
But I remember a lot of those distilleries were doing like one distillery's release. I think it was the Diageo ones, which owns Johnny Walker, but they were doing like Lagavulin House Lannister or whatever it was, and then there was Glenkinchie House Tully. Like each one was like a different house.
Oh wow!
And I don't know if I got the houses right with the distillery, but I was just giving examples. But yeah, there were a few of those out there, and I don't know if you can really find them anymore, but it was kind of a neat marketing thing. I'm gonna go ahead and get the next one down for the next pour. We'll have it be a Talisker, and we can have it be this one. This is the Talisker Distillery Exclusive bottling. At least it was the Distillery Exclusive bottling about a year ago. So we'll try this one next. Yeah, I feel like Johnny Walker doesn't get a lot of the credit it deserves because they make some really good whiskey.
Yeah.
Or they blend some really good whiskey. Yes, there are so many different Johnny Walker. I bought some from a series where they went out like the Silk Road. That sounds familiar. Silk Road. The Columbus Road, I don't remember, all 3 or 4 different adventures bottles, pure marketing. Yeah. Yeah. They release like those, like, you know, gotta collect them all You know, like Pokemon, so that you buy them all. And
really, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I don't. I think as far as Macallan goes, I don't know if we have any Macallan, to be honest, which is weird because that's such a huge brand. But I don't think we have any Macallan.
I thought you did. Were they like small bottles that we all had?
I had a mini of Macallan, but I think it was just the standard Macallan 12.
And then the other one that I had, I brought over.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I think we tried it, but I'm sure it's gone by now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess that's something that we should start looking for. I'll start bringing Macallans, I guess.
I have like 60 bottles of Scotch single malt and like 40 bottles of aged rum, but not one single bourbon. Yeah, I think bourbon is what we probably have the most of here, but there's a decent amount of Scotch. I don't know if we have 60 bottles. Maybe we have 60 bottles. I don't know. We might. But
well, it's a good chance. I mean, I count.
I tend to gravitate toward the smoky ones. Most actually end up in I travel a lot in my job. Oh, that's cool. That's honestly like the best way to get like really good whiskey. Traveling, you get to go to places that might sell things that aren't sold where you live, and especially like the if you travel internationally, hitting up the duty-free stores, that's always really fun. I love hitting up the duty-free stores. I picked up Talisker Surge, which I believe is a duty-free exclusive Talisker, and we have it back here. One of these days we're going to do a duty-free, like a video of just like duty-free whiskeys, but it is not this day. But we can always try it if we need to.
Is there only duty-free when you go international?
Yeah. Like you can like they only let you buy it if you're leaving the country. Which I know it has something to do with taxes, which I don't completely understand, but
I know I tried.
Yeah, it has something to do with taxes.
When I went to Florida, I went to a duty-free store, and they're like, we can't sell it to you. Why?
Yeah. That was an interesting sound.
Sorry. Just picking up on yours.
Right? I do that a lot. I can't burp. If you're watching this video and you haven't seen the little short that we made, I'm like physically unable to burp. So whenever I like have to, it just comes out in this little series of like gurgles. Yeah. It's kind of funny in the moment, but there's sometimes when it's just extremely uncomfortable.
Oh, because it just won't like it's just like an air pocket.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny because I've known you for a very long time, and I'm like, really? You can't burp? Well, have you ever heard me burp? Nope.
Exactly. Job did not buy business class tickets. I spent a lot of time at the duty free. 1 bottle every travel on way home. All travels international. See, that's awesome.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
See, that's a great way to be able to like pick up some good stuff. So some of the duty free bottles that I have, and maybe you have some of the same, are I've got the Talisker Surge, the Ardbeg Smoke Trails, the Tom and Tool Tarn, which is peated. I think Highland Park 14 was a duty free. Well, I have that one. And which other one do I have? Oh, the Jack Daniel's Bottled and Bond, which you said you don't have any bourbon, so you may not have that. But is that all I have for duty free? It could be.
Oh, yeah, because most of them you were there when you got them.
Yeah. Yeah, that might be it. But if you have any of those, let me know. And we'll pop one open today.
I didn't even know Bottled and Bond was duty free.
Well, that particular one, the Jack Daniel's Bottled and Bond, the one in the box back there, yeah, that one is duty free. I think you can pick it up. I I think you can pick it up in some stores now. Like if you're able to go to like the stores like on military bases, I think they'll have it.
Oh.
But what are your favorite go-to mixed drinks, whiskey and other? I follow Anders Ericsson on YouTube. I've heard of Anders Ericsson. I watch Greg, How to Drink. Do you ever watch him?
Mm-mm.
He comes up with a lot of weird stuff that he kind of makes up on the spot, which is kind of neat. As far as mixed drinks go, like cocktails, I just like an old fashioned, really. I usually use rye whiskey instead of bourbon, and like simple syrup and bitters. That's basically it. What do you do when you mix drink?
I don't know. I don't think I mix drinks anymore.
No?
No. After we started doing this, I kind of stopped mixing. Because, I don't know, things with Coke just doesn't taste the same anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
But we used to do cocktails on the channel, like way in the beginning.
Yeah.
Maybe we can do that again.
Yeah, I want to get back to doing more cocktails on here. We did actually a couple of streams with cocktails. We did one stream for, they were all whiskey-based cocktails, but we did one for Old Fashions, one for Manhattans, and one for Rob Roy's. Rob Roy being the only Scotch one we did. But, yeah, it's as far as mixed drinks go, yeah, for me it's really just Old Fashioned. I did make a cocktail very recently called a Matt Cotton Chill.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And I'd like to make that cocktail on the channel, maybe in the springtime, because I feel like it's more of a spring drink. But it's made with mezcal.
I don't know what that is.
It's in the same family as tequila, but it's like, it has sort of like a smoky quality. It's like a smoky tequila, basically. But yeah, it has mezcal. It has ouzo, which is like a Greek anise-based liqueur. Anise, I don't know. And then it has grapefruit juice, lime juice, a basil syrup, which I had to make myself, and coconut. And it's such a weird combination of things, but it works. And it was really good. I had it at a restaurant recently, and then I recreated it at home. And I don't think I got it quite right. I need to try it again. But once I have that cocktail down, I really want to make it on the channel because it's a really neat cocktail. It's called Matt Cotton Chill, MATKOT and Chill. And it was I had it at a Mediterranean restaurant, and I guess Matt Cot is like a paddle game that you play, like that's kind of popular like in like Israel, Lebanon, that you like play on a beach. So
yeah, we'll try that.
I take Old Fashioned, vodka, lime, gin tonic, rum and coke, and JW Black with coconut ice. Coconut ice? That's interesting.
Like you freeze like coconuts in ice, or you freeze coconut water?
Yeah. JW Black with coconut ice. Tequila and mezcal and ouzo, been in Greece many times, bad memories. I thought that was a strange combination, like honestly. Like mezcal with ouzo and all those juices, but it worked in the basil. Like I don't care for grapefruit or basil, but in this drink for whatever reason it worked.
Oh, I like them both, so I might like it a lot.
Yeah, you might. So I don't know, we'll have to see. But we do want to get back to coconut water freeze. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you froze coconut water. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, we'll have to try to make that.
Yep. Or like just freezing different ice with different items inside. Like with mints and stuff like that.
Yeah. Let's try this Talisker next. Oh, dang, you finished your water. I'm just going to pour a little bit. Make sure that's empty. Actually,
I think we should change it.
Yeah, I think we should change it.
Because there's smoke lingers.
Yeah, it does. this back up there and we will get you down again at some point. Johnny Walker kit. Alright, so this is a Talisker distillery exclusive bottling that you can only get at Talisker Distillery. I don't know how old this is, but as far as, yeah, I don't know. Pour whatever Talisker you have on hand and have a drink with us. Chill, guys, I will pour up a gin tonic. Thirsty now. I like, I mean, I know I've had a gin and tonic, but I don't feel like it's really a go-to for me. I feel like I usually just make like a martini, like a gin, a vermouth, and 3 olives. I like olives. A good dirty martini.
I think the only one that I have like that I make myself would be like orange juice and vodka.
Oh, screwdriver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I remember when I tried this, the first time I tried this one, I remember thinking like, oh, this isn't that smoky. But I think it's because we tried it as part of the like the tour that we did at Talisker.
Mm-hmm.
And the first one he had us try was the Talisker 10-year, which is definitely smokier than this. And so I think just trying this one after that, it just
kind of diminished. Well, not diminished.
It just kind of it just downplayed the smoke on this one. Yeah.
But I do smell the smoke on this one.
Mm-hmm. You can definitely smell it. I think more so than the Johnny Walker 18.
Oh yeah, it tastes a lot smokier.
Yeah.
A lot smokier.
And see, I don't mind that because I really like that smoky flavor, but for someone like you who's not a huge fan of it,
Mm-hmm.
maybe you probably liked the last one better.
Yeah, I did.
Just because I think that last one did a better job of balancing the flavors of the smoke and everything else. Like the smoke, instead of the smoke being the dominant thing like it is here, it was like a note.
Yeah.
I always like looking at the
Fingerprints. I'm just kidding.
I guess the
legs.
Yeah, the legs. I don't know how well you can see it now, but it's there. Yeah, you can't really see it that well. I'm just seeing it like on the little delayed replay here. It doesn't show up that well. But no, Talisker is a favorite of mine, and that Talisker 18-year is one that I may have to just break down and buy one day. I tried it once at a bar, and it was pretty good, but I think I had tried it second. After trying the Highland Park 18-year, actually. So I think I want to go in there with, next time I want to go in there with like a fresh palate, and just try it, like have that be the first thing I try before I decide, you know what, yeah, I'm going to commit to a whole bottle of this. Because the Talisker 18-year is going to be a little...
Oh. It's a pretty big bottle anyways.
Yeah, Tuesday night, and I'm working with Excel right now, so no straight up whiskey, but a gin tonic it can be. I like tonic water as is, drinking it often for drenching my thirst. Oh, yeah. Did you not go to Talisker Factory in Scotland? Yeah, we did go to Talisker Distillery, and that's where I got this bottle. But when we took a tour of the distillery, and on the tour, at the end of the tour, there was a tasting, like they do at a lot of distilleries, so they had us try this one, the Talisker 10-year, and the Talisker Distillers Edition, which is different from the distillery exclusive. But I ended up getting this one just because you can't get this one here. You can get the Distiller's Edition at the Total Wine down the street. But, yeah. This one's good. I'm glad we got this one. One of my dreams is to go to Scotland. Hey, if you ever have the opportunity to go to Scotland, like, seriously do it. Not just to visit the distilleries, because when I went, Talisker was the only actual distillery we visited. We went to a few of like the whiskey experiences there in Edinburgh, like the Scotch whiskey experience and the Johnny Walker thing. But they're not actual distilleries. And like Scotland's just a beautiful country. Like if you just go there and just see the country, not necessarily to drink whiskey, but just to see the country, it's like
it's still a good trip to do.
It's a gorgeous country. And yeah, I would highly recommend going to Scotland just to see the country. Like, I feel like Scotland is 2 trips. There's one just to see the country, and then there's one to visit all the distilleries.
Oh, okay.
Like, it
would be like a week worth of trip, or 2 weeks?
Each one would at least be a week.
Okay.
Like, at least. Like, you could easily stretch it into 2 weeks for each one. But, yeah. Have been to London, but that's all. Hey, London has some nice spots for buying whiskey. You ever been to the Whiskey Exchange in London? Like, that store is legit for buying whiskey. And the thing I love about the Whiskey Exchange in London is you can buy like these little miniatures that they like bottle themselves. And I like to buy ones that I wouldn't necessarily find. Like, this is a Thompson single malt whiskey from New Zealand. Edu Brocéliande whiskey from France, which is distilled from buckwheat. We've got a whiskey from Switzerland here, and then I've got the Octomore 10-year in a little tiny sample bottle. And you can get all these at the Whiskey Exchange there in London. So, totally recommend, if you find yourself in London again, totally recommend visiting the Whiskey Exchange.
Oh, we haven't tried those, have we?
No, we haven't tried these.
What was the other ones that we tried?
We got a little kit there.
Do you still have it?
Do I still have it? I don't think I do. The box that I don't think I have the box that it came in. No.
Oh.
But we were able to buy like a little box kit there that was like the whiskeys of Europe. So it had like a French whiskey, a Danish whiskey, not Danish. Yeah, Danish whiskey. One from Sweden, one from Finland, even one from Israel, which I don't consider. I've never thought of Israel as Europe, but it was in there. Yeah.
I guess it's in between.
Been with family and kids with jobs, so just some pubs. Oh yeah. Well, even the pubs might have some good whiskeys you can try, but yeah, if you ever have a chance to go to the Whiskey Exchange, they have 3 locations in London. Definitely recommend checking it out. And what you can do is you can go on their website, because for these small bottles, they don't always have all of these in stock. They may have a few, but they have a lot more on their website. So what you can do is you can go on their website and order it and select to pick it up in the store. And when you go to the store, they'll have it just there waiting for you. So that way you can kind of pick out what you want, even if they don't have it in the physical store itself, which is really nice. You can also order them online to have it shipped to you, but the shipping is super expensive because they're shipping it from London. At least for me, it's super expensive shipping it from London to Texas, USA, but yeah.
You ready for the next one?
I think I'm ready for the next one.
Okay. You can pick them out. I'm just slowly drinking this one.
I think I have kind of an idea of what I'd like to try next. So when we went to the Scotland, I picked these up from Cadenhead store there in Edinburgh. And these are... Cadenhead's is an independent bottler. I don't know where these came from as far as like the distillery is concerned. But this is just their oak cask blended malt whiskey. And then this one is their peated blended malt whiskey. And I believe both of these are cask strength. Yeah, this is 58.4% and this is 59.9%.
Dang.
So yeah, we'll end the night with these because we might not be able to drink much more after that.
Would you want to open them first?
Yeah, I'm going to open this one first. The non-peated one. Cask strength. Scotland's oldest independent bottler. Yeah. And they also... Cadenhead's also has a location in London. So if you're ever there and you like the way these sound from our descriptions, Cadenhead's also has a store there in London.
What were you trying to rip right there?
Oh, I don't know. Probably just got scratched in transit.
Oh, such a weird one. You're like,
58,
no,
59%.
I want to see that.
You know what? That's a good idea. To add a drop of water, we might want to do that. Let me get our water dropper ready. I don't know if you've heard of Scotch Malt Whiskey, but we got the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society, but we got this neat little water dropper from them when we joined. It has all the water spots, but that's fine.
Can you imagine that was a decanter?
Right?
Wait, are decanters supposed to be, like, have a top on it?
Not necessarily. They can. Well, let's see. Are they? I mean, now that I'm thinking of it, I don't know if I've ever seen a decanter that doesn't have a top on it, but that might just be a lack of
for, like,
decantering experience.
Maybe because, like, dust and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because normally they're on shelves or inside cabins and stuff.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we'll try this one first. This is the Oak Cask Blended Malt Scotch Whiskey, 58.4% from Cadenhead's. Cheers. That's very butterscotchy. This is our first time trying either one of these. Or the first time for either of us trying either one of these. It has that butterscotch smell, but it's not that sweet.
No, I think it's pretty sweet.
You think so? Well, yeah, probably.
I'm getting like the like a honey tea type of smell.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Like that warm
like
honey,
like a black tea with honey type of thing, or maybe even like a hot toddy. We got to make hot toddies this winter.
Did we do that last winter?
We made hot toddies.
No, we did.
Point.
I think we did. I think we did like in the spring.
Maybe. I don't remember when we made hot toddies, but
because I remember it already being a little bit warm.
Yeah. And maybe if the weather is better, and by better I mean not so hot, in the next live stream next month we'll be out here in this outer room which doesn't have AC. This room has AC, but it's not running right now, so it's kind of hot. Yeah. But
well, it's not as bad as it used to be. It's
no,
only like 78 now.
Yeah, it's been a lot worse.
These couple of last, like, what, 3 videos that we did?
It was terrible.
It was like 82.
Yeah, it was bad.
83.
It was in the 80s in here, definitely.
84.
Yep, it has that sweetness up front, but then like mid to back palate, the alcohol just takes over. I definitely want to try this with a drop of water. I learned about the water in neat whiskey from a bartender when I was at Heathrow at a whiskey bar. This was when I started to drink whiskey and not only JW on the rocks. This was around when internet started to make its presence, way before YouTube. Yeah.
Wait, when did you start adding water? Because I know you taught me about the water thing.
Honestly, I just started doing it like in the last couple of years. Like basically whenever we started adding water on the channel, that's when I started adding water. Yeah.
Did you watch on the channel? Is that what you started?
Yeah, I saw it on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was like, let's try it. But then when you go to the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society, they actually give you, well, you see, they sent us this little water pitcher with the water dropper. So like they really encourage you to add water to your whiskey. Especially if it's cast strength, because Scotch malt whiskey is always cast strength. And honestly, I feel like it should just always be that way, cast strength, because that way you can add as much water as you want to get it to the point that you like it. But then it's more expensive that way too.
Because sometimes it changes it way too much.
Well, yeah, but then you can determine for yourself at that point whether you want to add water or if you're like, you know what, I think I'm just going to drink this completely neat.
Oh, that's true.
So, I don't know. I really appreciate cast strength whiskey for that reason, for being able to explore it at like various different proofs.
Except it's Maker's Mark French.
Yeah, that one, yeah, I don't know.
Even with water, it didn't help. No, I don't think we had water in that one, did we?
I don't remember if we did or not. We haven't, that review hasn't even come out yet. No. We did a review of the Maker's 46 cast strength, and it hasn't even come out yet. So eventually it'll come out.
Oh, that was a blind one too. That made me so sad.
Because you love Maker's Mark. I remember when I like revealed it, you were like, all right, I added 2 drops of water to mine. Do you want some? I feel like it didn't change the smell that much. If anything, it made the alcohol a little bit more potent on the smell. It might just, yeah, at least for me. I don't know if it's just because we haven't had a chance really to...
Oh, no. You're right on that.
To let the water blend in with it.
Well, that's strange. No, because this one I have to do the open mouth technique.
Yeah.
I didn't do that before the drops.
I feel like I want to let this sit a little bit before I like taste it. You know what? Let's let this one sit a little bit and let's go ahead and try the other one.
Repeated?
And then we'll...
Well, wouldn't that change it a lot?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, not change it, but just...
It'll change our perception of it. Guys, you have a very nice channel. Small, but nice. I'm from Sweden, but lived in Colombia, Dominican Republic, Jamaica, and now Puerto Rico since 2008. Wow.
Oh, wow.
That's actually pretty awesome that you've been in all those different places. No, but thank you for the compliment.
Yep.
It's small. We're trying.
And those are all the places I like to visit too.
Right? I haven't been to any of those places.
You should like widen your vacation places.
Right.
Instead of going to the same place 5 times.
I know. We just kind of end up there, though.
What do you mean? Like your flight gets delayed and you end up there?
No, it's just like we're like saying like, oh, let's take this trip, and then it's like it just ends up being London. I feel like even though it's more potent on the smell, I feel like it did sort of soften it on the taste a little bit.
Oh, I haven't tried the taste.
Yeah, try the taste, because I feel like the taste, the alcohol doesn't hit quite as hard on the taste. All right, check that out. That's got to be good, right?
What are you looking at? Oh, the legs?
Yeah. Maybe. We'll see. I'll see how it shows on the replay here in a couple seconds.
No, legs are good.
Yeah.
All are much better with the water.
Oh yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't really show it.
Oh, it's that glare.
Yeah, the glare.
We can't stop the glare.
Well, it's weird because when we do like our review videos and I hold it up like that, it actually shows up well. So I don't know what it is in this case.
Maybe I have it different.
I think the light's fine. I don't know what it is. All right, let's move on to the peated one.
Okay.
I think this will be our last one of the night, so that we don't get too
Okay.
We don't want to get too
2-2.
Yeah, and especially ending the night with 2 cast strength ones and a peated one at that. Now I don't know if this is going to be like heavily peated or just like light peated like the Highland
Balance
Park
peated?
or yeah.
Let's cheers on the last one.
We will cheers. Oh, that smells interesting.
Oh, this one smells barbecuey.
It does, right?
Barbecue.
The peat is there, but it's like different. It's different than what I'm used to.
Like smoked meat.
Yeah, like a nice brisket.
Yeah. Like when you walk into like Rudy's.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Hmm.
Can you grab it?
Oh yeah. There's not much left. I probably poured more than I needed to in the thing for the water dropper.
No, that's fine. One more?
No, I think I've got enough.
Okay.
Dang, you're just gonna take all of it. Okay.
Well, I asked you if you want more.
You have a nice whiskey shed there. I remember when you remodeled it a bit. Yeah, we did kind of a little remodel. So when we first started recording out here, we had the camera facing the other way where there was a bunch of wine bottles behind us. So those wine bottles are still back there. Like that has not changed back there at all. But back here, it was literally, literally. It was just this table right here. And there was like a little shelf up there where we had an old box TV that used to sit there.
There was a TV there?
Yeah, remember those old box TVs?
Oh, I know.
It was like a small one like this.
Yeah, the one in your pool room.
Yeah, it wasn't that big though. It was like a small one like this big that used to sit up there. And so we took that down and we put the shelves up, and because this thing back here was just becoming full of whiskey, and it was...
Because I know you recently did the new shelves and the shelves down there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're planning on doing another shelf, right?
I don't think so. I don't think there's room for another shelf.
Is there not?
I don't think so.
Because I thought you were going to do you can do the taller ones in front, but have the shorter ones in the back with a shelf.
Yeah, but then it would be so hard to get to those though when we want to get to them.
Oh.
Yeah. That's a good idea. I would recommend you to have some nice cold cuts, olives, and cheeses to try with the whiskey. Buy some good stuff and tell us what you like best. We've never really done a whiskey pairing video. Like pairing whiskey with various like foods, like kind of like charcuterie style foods.
Is that a thing?
I think so. There's a lot of well, not a lot, but there's like you can go to whiskey bars and like obviously order whiskey, but then a lot of times they'll have on the menu you can get like charcuterie. It has like you said, various cold cuts and like different types of cheeses. I think that's usually more associated with wine, but I mean you can do it with whiskey. And chocolate, yeah. I've actually been to a whiskey bar where depending on the whiskey they serve you, they give you like a little thing of chocolate with it.
Ooh.
Just to like have with it.
That I can do.
Yeah. That would be fun.
Yep. Because whenever they add that like chocolate flavor in whiskeys, it's always good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think chocolate. I think that's the way to go first. It'll be fun to do the cold cuts and cheese and stuff, but
I think you like cheese with your with your whiskey and scotch.
Yeah, definitely. But I think chocolate would be a good place to start. We can get like milk chocolate and dark chocolate and like various types and just kind of see what we think. What do you think of it on the I haven't tasted it yet.
I haven't tried it.
I'm still working on the smell.
I'm still working on the first one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
You and your big gulps.
It's peaty. There's kind of a little bit of sweetness there. It's somewhere the peatiness level on this one is somewhere between the Johnny Walker 18 and the Talisker. It's not quite as much as the Talisker, but there's definitely more than that Johnny Walker 18. For me, at least, on the smell. What do you think?
Don't ask me yet.
You haven't even smelled it yet?
No.
Oh my god.
Well, I think I smelled it, but I forgot.
Bro, we have moved on.
Stop it. I'm still working on the first one. I'm trying to go slow.
No, that's probably a good idea. Yeah, after smelling that peaty one for so long, coming back to this one, it's like, it's just sweet. That's all it is. It's sweet.
Oh, really?
There's nothing like really specific to it. It's malty. I'm still getting that butterscotch.
Okay, we'll do this. Since you smell the smoky one, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll determine, because I still have some in here. Okay, I smell the butterscotch. A little bit perfumey. What did I say? Perfumey.
Perfumey. But that is 58 to 59%. Taste will be sharper, I guess. Yeah, that's true. But we did add water. We added 2 drops of water to the oak one. Yeah, to the oak cask one. We'll try this one first. The peated one without water. And then we'll add water to it.
Oh, that's been good try too.
What's that?
What amount of drops makes it, or it's not too much but not too little.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that's going to vary though between various whiskeys.
Oh, and vary per person too.
Yeah, but we can still try it.
Yeah,
just to kind of figure out like,
because we can do like 1 drop, 2 drops, 3 drops.
Yeah, we'd have to be very scientific about that though, and like we'd have to pour a specific amount in there.
Yeah, we'll have to actually like get a test tube.
Yeah. No, but I think we could figure that out though.
Don't you have test tubes?
No.
Oh.
I have this little water drop. This right here is the closest thing I have to a test tube. This little water dropper.
Oh, I'm thinking like rain catchers and stuff outside.
Those aren't test tubes.
Well, like they're scientific. I thought you just have random test tubes.
No.
You have rain catchers, right?
Huh?
You have rain catchers?
I used to.
Oh, not anymore?
No.
He was a weatherman.
Yeah, that was my major, meteorology. I didn't end up working in that field, but I majored in it.
He was gonna move far away from me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, I was ready to move to Canada.
Really?
Yeah. You know that I got my passport just in case I applied for a job, or a couple of jobs actually in Canada.
Really?
And I got my passport just in case I had to like go there. Now, I now realize that there was a lot more that I would have needed to do other than just get a passport, but still.
And I'm here thinking that you're just going to move to a different city. No, seriously, I thought you were just going to move to a different city.
No, man. I was looking at Canada.
You were looking at Brownsville.
Hey. Brownsville. Brownsville's like, you can literally drive there and back in a day.
Well, yeah, that's a whole day.
Okay.
It's like going to Oklahoma and back. No, it's like
No, I think Brownsville is closer than Oklahoma.
Oh.
Yeah, this one is still sweet. It's got that butterscotch going.
Yep.
In which state you live? We're in Texas. So we're kind of in the southern part of the country. Today it got up to like 92, 93 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not sure what that is Celsius.
Oh, yeah, and that's cool weather for us.
Yeah, that's like a cold front. But this weekend, have you seen the weather for this weekend?
Oh, aren't we supposed to get like into the 60s and
Yeah.
like high of like 80?
No, like this Saturday, as of right now, it shows the high for this Saturday 70 degrees.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's our cold front.
Yeah, that is a cold front.
That's winter.
Mm-hmm. So dive down. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Whiskey Tribe, but this weekend they're having their annual Bastards Ball, and I will be in attendance.
Friday?
Saturday.
Saturday?
Yeah.
You already got 2, right?
Yeah.
Oh, is it just you? Or you and your wife?
Well, yeah, she's probably gonna go with me.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I will be in attendance at said Bastards Ball, which is like a big whiskey event that they hold for the people in their Patreon, and they'll have like all kinds of different distilleries there. Usually Texas distilleries, but last year they had the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society there, and they also had Teeling Distillery there, which is they're from Ireland. So that was kind of neat.
It's this Saturday.
It's this coming Saturday, yeah.
Oh, dang it.
It's all right.
I'll let you know tomorrow.
All right. Just been in Dallas, Fort Worth, and around that area. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's North Texas. We're about probably 4 to 5 hours south of there.
So we're like Central South.
Yeah, Central South. All right, I'm finally ready to try this peated one.
Okay, well, I'm finally ready to smell it.
Oh, you haven't even smelled it yet? Okay. I'm going to taste it because I've been smelling it for the last few minutes. Ooh. Yeah, the smokiness owns the palate. But it is like a meaty smoky, like a barbecue smoky. That's pretty good, actually.
Oh wait, I did smell this. I'm the one that said like it smelled like barbecue.
Mm-hmm. I like the way that tastes.
It smells like barbecue.
Oh, okay. So you've been in Dallas, Fort Worth on business. Oh, wow. Okay. On your own since 2013. So, like, self-employed since 2013. That's pretty cool. Well, you're self-employed.
Oh, yeah. But I don't travel.
Yeah.
Well, kind of, but within the country.
Yeah. I don't travel. I'm not self-employed and I don't travel at all. I actually work from home. Well, I travel. When I do travel, it's for like leisure purposes, vacation.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't travel for my job.
Wait, didn't you almost get a position where you're going to be traveling more?
No.
Oh.
No. I went to Austin once, which is like an hour from here. But that's as far as I've ever traveled for work.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you traveled farther than that.
Mm-mm. No.
That's how good of friends we are.
Yeah, no, I did go to Austin once, but that was for the previous job I had with the same company, but a previous position.
But I thought it was like farther.
No, I don't think so. Unless I'm forgetting something.
Because you did that more than twice, right?
I just did that once.
Really?
Yeah. I went to New Braunfels once.
Because there's that one... Okay, never mind. I'll talk to you off camera. Let's find out about it.
Maybe I'm just forgetting, but I don't remember ever traveling further than that for my job.
I thought you did. Okay.
No. I'm going to take one more sip of this and then add some water.
Okay. Time for my first sip. Okay. So the sip that I had, which is without water, is going to have a lot of qualities from the smell.
Oh, yeah.
It does taste like barbecue.
Mm-hmm. Barbecue, like
brisket, sausage. It just has that meaty flavor.
I'm going to say even like a beach barbecue kind of thing going on. It has sort of like a saltiness that you might get from the ocean. I'm going to add water now.
It does have a lot of, outside of like leather, it does have a lot of that quality southern.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it almost tastes like a Texas whiskey, like a Texas whiskey if it was peated.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, Balcones has a peated whiskey. Well, no, we've tried a peated whiskey, haven't we? From Andalusia and even one from Crowded Barrel, but this is different.
The recently one we had. What was that?
The Single Malt of Madness, or the Single Malt of Magnificence.
Yeah. No. That was a while ago. The mom.
Or are you talking about like today?
No, not today. Where we tried like a week, 2 weeks ago. We had that one that tastes like leather. No.
Yeah, the one that tasted like leather and barbecue. That
Yeah.
was the Single Malt of Magnificence.
That was the mom?
This one. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that one had a lot of, like, it tastes like leather. I know that sounds weird, but it did taste good.
So this one is from Austin. Distilled and bottled by Crowded Barrel Whiskey Company in Austin. This is the Whiskey Tribes whiskey. 50% unpeated and 50% peated.
Okay.
So it was sort of lightly peated, but not as much as a lot of other whiskeys that you would get from Scotland.
Yeah, but that tastes a lot like barbecue, leather, just a very Texas.
It tasted very much like Texas.
Yeah, but this one I don't get the leather part of it. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
Oh, I didn't get the very leather part of it.
No, I don't get
but
that
I do
either.
get the barbecue a lot.
No, but yeah, single malt of magnificence comes out to single mom, and I am 100% they did that on purpose. But it's actually a very good whiskey. We did a review on it a couple of weeks ago, so go back and check it out because that whiskey it has kind of a funny, catchy name, but the whiskey itself was amazing. So don't let the name just fool you into thinking it's a gimmick because it isn't.
Yeah.
This one kind of has that leathery sort of thing happening, but not as much as the single mom. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the water helps that one. It's still smoky, like that's still the dominant thing happening, but it's not. The alcohol doesn't hit as much. There's like a little like woodsy, oaky foliage thing happening. It's not as sweet, but the water definitely helps that one a lot. I don't know if the water really did anything for this other one, but at least not that much for me.
You can put 3 drops.
I'll check out that tasting level like a Mexican mom with the chancla. But like, if you've ever walked into a store that sells leather, like boots, hats, belts, purses, whatever. I mean, we all know that smell. If you've ever walked into one of those stores, that's what that whiskey smelled like, and on the taste, it wasn't any different. It was very, but like in the best way possible.
With water, it does have a leathery smell.
Yeah, right?
So with all the flavors that I had before, they're all still there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a little bit smoother.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
It is nice. I feel like this is super reminding me of the single mom. I'm going to pour us a little bit in these small glasses just so we can taste it. And where did it go? Right here it is. Just so we can taste it and see what's up. Because this is also cast strength. This is 58.1%. The single mom.
Wait, did we add water in that one? I don't think we did. Did we?
I think we did add water, but we decided that it was better without the water. If I remember correctly. Northwest Bourbon, what's up? Yeah, I know that smell. It's nice. You Texans have that in your blood for all boots and hats. Yeah. No, I mean, in Texas, here in Texas, it's unavoidable to run into those leather stores that sell just, leather. And you walk in, you're just overwhelmed by that smell. And it's a nice smell. It is a very nice smell. Okay. I can't smell it that well because it's in this tiny glass, but I'm going to taste it and see if it tastes anything like that peated scotch. You know what? The Crowded Barrel single mom is more subdued than that one on the peat.
Really?
Am I touching that one? This one
on
the peat.
Even with water?
I didn't add water to this one.
No, but you added water to the other one.
Yeah.
That's all.
No, it's definitely more subdued on the peat. God, this is so good though. This one is like true, like just barbecue.
Oh yeah, the single mom's so much better.
Yeah. Yeah, that one is super good. God, I'm so sad that this is like all we have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Check out our review on this one if you haven't. The single mom cotted barrel, the whiskey tribe, cotted barrel single malt of magnificence. This is so freaking good. Like it is so freaking good. We just have to bust it out for a quick comparison.
Oh yeah, the single mom's so much better.
Yeah, it's got like, it's peated, but it's very kind of like what we were talking about before. How the peat is very well balanced with the all the other flavors that are going on. It's got that leather thing going on. There's a sweetness there. Kind of like you know what it almost tastes like to me is a s'more.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like all of that, the chocolate, the marshmallow, the graham cracker, it's all there in the single mom. And I don't get that with the Cadenheads peated, which I mean, that may not be what they were going for, but
well, you know what's different? So I remember, so we did try that with the bigger one, right? Last time.
yes, yeah, we had it with the larger gun car.
So, from what I remember, there was a lot more leather barbecue smell.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm getting more of that s'more smell with the smaller one.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting the small on the taste. I poured it in this one in the tiny one, because
No, even with the smell, I'm getting like a very, very good sweetness to it. Like a pleasant sweetness.
Yeah. No, that's true. Honestly, you can't smell as well out of the small ones as you can the big ones. I poured in the small one because I was really looking more for the taste, but if I had poured it in a larger one, I don't know, would it have come out the same? We're going to have to do a comparison between these one day. Like the small and the big with the same whiskey.
I think we need to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, this, and then the other glass that you have.
Yeah. No, we'll just have to do a glass comparison one day. And just see, like, really what is the difference. Northwest Bourbon's making tacos. What kind of tacos are you making? We're in San Antonio, Texas, so I mean, you know, tacos are like a big thing here. Yeah. Tacos are like one of the food groups here, basically. Gin and tonic and tacos. Between the two of you guys, y'all know what's up.
I think we need to do gin and tonic.
We do. We need to do a gin and tonic video.
I think we need to do different gins. Because you had a gin already, right?
I have a few gins, actually. I have, the gin I have is a local gin, so we probably need to do that video with, like, more well-known gins. But they're usually pretty easy to find, like, in smaller bottles. So that probably wouldn't be too difficult to do.
What's your favorite gin?
Yeah, let us know. What is your favorite gin? Dive down. What gin are you using for your gin and tonic? And Northwest Bourbon. When you drink gin or gin cocktails, what gin do you use? Because we need to figure this out.
And then we'll have a video on it.
Mm-hmm. We did a video where we made a martini with vodka. This was a long time ago. We made a martini with vodka and we made a martini with gin, and tried to figure out like which was our favorite.
Didn't we do one with margaritas too?
Yeah, well we did different tequilas in that one. Mm-hmm. But that would be a good one though, like for a live stream to do gin and tonics. And it would kind of get us out of the whiskey thing, because,
yeah,
I mean,
like broaden our
Yeah. Because we're drinks and chill, not whiskey and chill. So.
Yep.
I feel like we need to like lock down that name though, whiskey and chill, because I feel like that's a really good name.
Yeah.
Ground beef, peppers, and onions. Oh yeah.
Wait, that's the thing?
What?
What did you say? Ground peppers and onions?
Yeah, ground beef, peppers, and onions. You've never made tacos like that? With like bell peppers or jalapeno peppers, whatever you want to use, and onions. You kind of like saute those a little bit. You throw some ground beef in there. Throw them in a tortilla.
Well, apparently not. I do like ground beef with a seasoning.
Oh.
Like the packaged seasonings.
Oh, okay. But you don't throw anything else in there with it?
Well, I put maybe pico de gallo.
Oh, okay. Now I want tacos. I'm gonna have to make some tacos here soon.
Dude, I'm like the most Hispanic, non-Hispanic on this channel.
The most Hispanic, non-Hispanic on this channel.
Well, yeah. Well, because I just use regular packaged seasoning.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if I was more Hispanic, I would actually like make my own.
Yeah. Northwestern says, I only drink local gins made by whiskey distilleries these days. See, I'm kind of the same way because the gin that I currently have at home that I make whiskey or that I make cocktails from is from Treaty Oak Distillery, which is they're a whiskey distillery that's located about an hour from here. So that's what I was saying before. The gin I have right now is a very local one to us. So if we're going to do a gin and tonic video, we're going to need to... Oh, and I also have the Crowded Barrel gin too, which is another local distillery. So if we did a gin and tonic video, we're going to have to use gins that are more widely accessible than the ones that we have.
I can get those. I can get gins. Because the place I go to have a lot of gin.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a lot of gin.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's good, but like I don't know if I would want to buy like 4 or 5 different like full-size bottles of gin because it's going to take forever to get through those. But if they have like the small bottles, like the little 50 milliliter ones or even like a 200 or 350, those might be good.
Okay. I'll get the gin then.
All right.
Because gin's not very expensive.
No.
I don't know any gin that's very expensive.
No.
They were all like under...
They're all...
Under 40?
Yeah, I was actually going to say under 30. Because you can get like the Bombay, the Tanqueray, even the Ryan Reynolds Aviation one. And you can find like minis of those too. Yeah. So
I'll get the gin.
Yeah. We'll have to do that video. That'll be a lot of fun. To broaden our horizons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but these two whiskeys are very different. I don't know why I think I just wanted an excuse to drink this one.
I think so too. So Single Mom does have a stronger alcohol content. I'm not sure if it's like an actual stronger alcohol content, but it tastes that way.
No, it's actually... This one is actually stronger.
It is?
This is 59.9 and that's 58 point something.
58.1. But this one does taste stronger.
Yeah, like it tastes stronger, yeah. I mean, they're both very strong, but yeah.
You can taste it more.
Mm-hmm.
But like all the other flavors balance it out.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go back to the Texas one here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the Cadenheads is definitely peatier than this one, which makes sense because This one only peated 50%. This is only 50% peated, the barley. And it's Irish peat, which, I don't know, because we've had an Irish whiskey that was peated. And I feel like that one wasn't quite as strong on the peat as a lot of the scotches we've had, the Connemara. So, yeah. Northwest Bourbon said I use a seasoning blend, family recipe, salt, pepper, garlic, chili powder, cayenne, and cumin. Yeah.
That sounds good.
That does sound good. The cumin. The cumin is what makes it for me. And then dive down. Ooh, this is an interesting question. At the end of the day, are you more of a rye and bourbon or scotch blended or single? A rye or bourbon or scotch blended or single? I guess single malt. So what would you consider yourself to be? Bourbon, rye, blended scotch, single malt?
So there are some ryes I like.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I like more bourbons than rye. Mm-hmm. So I'll go with bourbon there. For bourbon and scotch.
That's a tough question.
I'm going to go with bourbon.
Really?
Yeah. Because I think Maker's Mark is my, always at the top.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just going to go with that.
So I feel like... See, this is a tough question for me because I feel like the whiskeys that I like if you ask me, what are my, top favorite whiskeys, most of them would be Scotch. But I feel like bourbon is just more reliable as far as, good whiskey. If you ask me, what my favorite whiskeys are, I would say of the top 5, 3 to 4 of them would be Scotch. Whereas if my whiskeys that I hate, the bottom ones, they would be Scotch. So it's like if you just handed me a random bottle of whiskey, and it was a bourbon or Scotch, I feel like I would be more likely to like a bourbon. But there's just some Scotches that I've had that are just amazing to me, and they just blow any bourbon out of the water. But bourbons are always going to be very reliable. I don't know if I've ever had a bourbon that I just flat out didn't like, but I have had Scotches that I flat out didn't like.
Well, see, I go with bourbon because I do like that cherry vanilla oaky taste. And that's exactly what Maker's Mark is. Mm-hmm. And that's why it's always high on my list. And so I'm kind of judging that. But you're always picking Scotch. With everything that we do.
Yeah.
There's very little Scotch that you don't like.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Because, I feel like my... I don't know. That's a tough question. I guess it really depends on what I'm in the mood for at the moment. There's some days where I want a good bourbon, and there's some days that I want a good Scotch. And I feel like Scotch is a little bit more diverse than bourbon. So you can, I don't know. It's the Scotches that are the lowest for me, or the whiskeys that are lowest for me is Scotch, and then bourbon, and then Scotch. So it's I don't know. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I think with Scotch, you really have to find the right ones for you. Whereas with bourbon, it's a little bit easier to find something that you'd like. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right.
So which one? Just pick one.
I have to say Scotch. But it's because I know the kind of Scotch that I like. So if I go to a bar and I'm okay, let me pick out a whiskey that I haven't had before, I'll be able to pick out a Scotch that I'm pretty sure I'll like.
We can't be friends anymore.
Because if it's a specific type of Scotch, or if it's a specific, from a specific distillery that I know I've liked before.
We can't be friends anymore.
Yeah, sure we can.
I'm just kidding. I honestly don't care.
No, I don't know. That's a really tough question.
Yeah.
I'd have to go with single malt Scotch.
Also, you can pick like specifically which Scotch, but not specifically between bourbon or specifically between a general Scotch and bourbon.
So let me put it this way: like if you pick like an Islay Scotch, right, like a smoky Scotch, there's a much higher chance that I will like that than if you pick a Speyside Scotch.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah,
I got you.
So with bourbon, like if you give me a bourbon and a Speyside, I'm more likely to pick the bourbon over the Speyside. But if you give me a bourbon versus an Islay, I'm more likely to
pick the Islay.
Yeah. So that, I guess that's just kind of where I am. And that made perfect sense. It's easier to find bourbon people will like than it is to find Scotch people like. Yeah, I think that's totally true. I think with Scotch you really have to like dial in. Like you can give someone a bourbon and be like, "Hey, try this. You might like it." But with Scotch, you have to find like, okay, try this one. Okay, now try that one. All right, now try this one. And there's just a lot more going on in Scotch.
Yep. So on that note, we'll go ahead and end this video.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. Or end this video, end this stream.
End the stream. Yeah, we usually try to keep these to an hour, and we've gone way past that. So thank you for those of you who tuned in and commented. Let us know down in the comments what you think of just... I feel like for the most part we've had whiskeys today that are either like sourced or like exclusive to a distillery, other than the first one we had, that Noble Oak and the Johnny Walker 18. If there are any whiskeys that you've had from independent bottlers or from quote unquote distilleries that are very they're known for like sourcing whiskey as opposed to creating their own, let us know, and maybe we can try and find those and review them here on the channel or have them on a future live stream.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.
Cheers.
Cheers.